The reason it like struck me was because I used to hear that a lot as a kid from my mother. She would whisper it to my sister-in-law, like, don't tell anyone that you're half Muslim.
Coming up in this episode, we've got question 36 of the 36 questions in which we both ask each other to help us out with a problem. What's after that?
We talked about Bad Daughter, Sangeeta Pillai's new book, from coming up in the Mumbai slums out to making it onto the billboard.
We talk about spooky things that happen when you're talking about spooky
it's
things.
Spooky season. We talked about spooky things. Oh, we talked about publishing, how I got my books published. It's like Bizarro Cuntiosity episode number 12 with Reshma and
Tia.
Yay! So we usually close all of our episodes with one of the 36 questions to how to fall in love, based on that study by Dr. Arthur Aaron. If you haven't looked it up, look it up. Also, a nice article in the Modern Love section of the New York Times that came out some time ago, talking about the same thing. So we usually close our episodes with that question. We're gonna flip it and reverse it.
And what else is new? I'm gonna flip and reverse this egg timer right here. We've got question 36.
Question 36.
So
are we ready?
I don't know if we're ready.
I feel like I have to hold on to something.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we've done the work in our relationship to build up to this point, but
good God,
we're gonna go.
This could be the question that breaks it all.
Oh my God. Okay. So, share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how they might handle it. Also, ask your partner to reflect back to you how you seem to be feeling about the problem you have chosen. Oh, so we've got to share a problem we're going through right now. The other person has to hear and receive that problem, and also receive any feelings that we're picking up on, and mirror that back. I'm picking this up. I hear your problem, and I'm picking up that you are feeling a certain way about said problem. Am I right or am I wrong? I think that's what it's asking us to do.
I think so. It's very. Do
you want me to read that again?
Yeah.
Number 36. Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how they might handle it. Also,
so that's the first part, is personal problem, and I'll ask you how you might handle my personal problem. Okay, I got part one.
Also, ask your partner to reflect back to you how you seem to be feeling about the problem you have chosen.
Got it. Okay, I'm good. You're right. Mirroring. Okay.
Silence.
Who's going first? I got so many personal problems right now. It's nothing but problems.
Do you want to pick one?
My problem that I would like your advice and help on. I want to leave my job. Like, I really have to leave my job. I have to leave what I'm doing behind and pursue something else. But I have to also like make sure that I cover the similar income. How do I solve that, Tia?
Oh, wow. So what I'm picking up from you, Reshma, is that you have asked me my advice on how to solve the problem of you wanting to leave your job and maintain a particular lifestyle and income. And I am picking up hidden feelings around this because you are masking somewhat with laughter and humor, giving something of a poker face.
How dare you? Sorry, I'll be good.
No, please. You don't have to be sorry. You're being perfect. So my advice to you is that you should ask advice of somebody else.
I thought for for sure you were going to say, just do it. Just walk in there and say, I'm out of here.
I mean, I kind of feel like you should just do it. But like, I am an unreliable source for these kind of things. I mean, look at me. I have a very unreliable income, as in sometimes it's in and sometimes it's really not incoming. And I am following my dream. It does make me happy.
That is a very reliable source. I mean, if you recall, when I was a freelancer, my income wasn't always reliable. It was coming and going and doing whatever it was doing.
That's right. I forget that
But
now you're in a job, and so you could just quit the job and go back to freelancing.
I can do, there's probably a bunch of shit I could do. I just,
There for sure is a bunch of shit you could do.
Well, that's what I'm asking your advice on.
Oh, okay, right.
The problem I'm asking you to solve. What else could I do?
Well, okay. So I think you need to decide to get ready to quit your job. And what I would do in order to achieve this is over the next. You want to quit tomorrow, right?
Like last week.
Would you have it in you to do like 3 months?
Yeah.
Okay. So over the next 3 months, you're going to put a third of your salary into a magic pot that's not to be touched.
Are we going back to the fairy tale that you told about magical pots? This is all feeling a little.
You're just going to keep it there. You're not going to touch it. A third of your salary.
Okay. I kind of do that anyway.
But you do that for the tax man, don't you?
I do that for everybody.
Okay, well then it has to be a new third.
Son of a bitch. Coley, no more new shoes.
Right? That's And I don't know, in your field are you able to start
So you're saying have a cushion. You're saying make a cushion.
Saying
make a nice big fluffy cushion. Okay.
Yeah, make a nice big fluffy cushion and think about you need to like really think about what will bring you joy. And what are the steps you need to make that happen? Because I think you have a clear idea of what does not bring you joy.
Yeah. See, I thought you were going to say make a hit podcast.
But that's what we're doing, babe.
Okay, so when I mirrored back being jokey about something I'm not jokey about, that is like destroying my will to exist. And you're basically telling me I know how to do this. I've done this before.
Yes.
Okay.
Did I do okay?
Yeah. I think sometimes you just need the encouragement.
Yeah.
Of like, you're a cat. You always land on your feet, man. Just do it.
Yes. And you've got like, it's funny that this question comes up because like I kind of wanted to ask you about the time you published.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
I know, but like, what was the process of that like?
It went down twice, right? I had a publisher and then I went independent with my stuff. I fought the power and took back my contract. See where that got me.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's a really hard
publisher part or the doing it solo part.
All of it. I think that breaking into publishing, if you're trying to do it independent, it's like it's very gate kept, isn't it? It's like
So in all fairness, like I don't know if I'm a good break-in story because I snuck in the back door, right? Like when I used to be a bookseller at Borders Books and Music back in the day. If anyone remembers Borders, they were the like feel-good mom and pop competitor to Barnes and Nobles. And I used to be a manager for them, and they put me in charge of the kids section because every Tuesday we would do story time for people, moms would bring their kids to the store and hang out there in the kiddie section. And I was short enough to fit into the stupid furry costumes, that like the different character costumes. So They're like, Reshma can run the children's section. I was like, basically, you're saying because I'm child size? So I would, every Tuesday, I have to get into these stupid costumes and, you can't see, you're claustrophobic. You're relying on the guys in the back to get it off of you before you have a panic attack. And go and read stories to kids. And I was reading these stories and I was like, I could write one of these goddamn books. Like, why are these books on a shelf? I could write one of these stupid books. Not that they were stupid. I was, being bratty. And so I set it in my head that I had to get a job at a publishing company, like as my next goal. And I had also gone back to uni, as you folks call it. So I just started telling everyone I know, like, I need a job at a publishing house. I need a job at a publishing house. And I was also looking at talking to temp agencies and doing all of this thing, right? Temporary employee agencies. I don't know. Do they still have temp agencies? Probably.
I believe so, yeah.
I think for like specialty things like law offices and places like that. So funnily enough, the guy who ran the pizzeria around the corner from where my apartment was.
Where were you living at the time?
Rutherford, freaking New Jersey.
Okay.
Because the Barnes and Nobles, the Borders that I worked for was in Paramus, so I would and I was going to school in Newark because I was going to Rutgers, so I had this like little triangulated area of Jersey that I was in, but I was still working in New York. Like I still had like a cocktail waitress job and a bartending job, so I was all over the goddamn place basically. But the pizzeria man, his wife worked at Penguin, and I had it in my head that Penguin would be the publishing company that I get this job at. And he was like, "Oh, put you in touch." I was like, "Okay, cool," because I told the pizza man I wanted a job in publishing. I told everybody, and she hooked me up with a temp agency because they were looking for people. So she's like, "Call this temp agency." Okay, I call a temp agency. They were impressed. They had me. I was at Penguin in like 2 days.
You see, you manifested that.
I backdoored the hell out of it. That's not the right way to phrase that, but still. So I literally walked in the back door, and they put me right into the contracts department. And what you do in contracts is you basically just draft contracts for the whole legal division. So you learn, if you're smart and you're reading what you're typing and you're paying attention and you're taking notes and you're getting access to the vault. It's you walk into the vault and you roll the big thing and the things slide back and forth and you go down the rows and you hope nobody smashes you in between them, pulling out contracts. And my friend Phaedra and I, who I met at this job, we would go back there and we would go look for the contracts of authors that we were obsessed with, like the Ken Kesey's and all these writers that we were like, oh my God, I wonder if so-and-so's contract. Oh, I wonder how much they got for that book. So
oh my goodness, what was the best contract you found? It
wasn't Stephen King. It was one of the those serial writers like the Dan Browns. It was one of those guys, not Dan Brown, but whoever I can't remember. It will come to me before this is done. But he had a bunch of ghost writers writing for him and all this kind of thing. And it was just crazy amounts of money. And so we were, so I was able to look at what contracts could look like for best-selling authors versus new to the game versus people think you might become a bestseller. So they give you a really good advance. There's all these different, what's the boilerplate language that goes into a contract? What is standard form? What's the boilerplate for this publishing company versus the previous? Because you would also see anyone's previous contract. So I just learned all of this shit in the background while I was typing away and drafting contracts. And when I did my first book contract, I didn't use a lawyer. I reviewed it myself, and I reviewed it very closely against what I had learned.
That is ballsy.
Made a pretty good deal for myself. And then when I broke that contract to go independent, I did the same thing. I had a lawyer review it, but she was like, "This is fine. Where did you get this contract from?" I was like, "Don't worry about it."
Did you have a penalty for breaking contract?
No, because I broke the contract on the renewal date.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
Right,
break
right,
it.
right.
I just
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
re-sign.
You just didn't
Basically.
renew.
Yeah, I just didn't renew because they weren't giving me what I wanted. And I had a creative partner, so it was myself and my art partner. He was doing all the art, I was doing all the writing, and so we sort of made some decisions together of like, hey, let's see what we can do on her. And he worked. He was another backdoor person. He worked in production houses. So he, like, back in the day, old school, where you, like, drums to roll the paper in, production, right? Paper production. So he knew all the details about, like, printing, print production, paper quality, how you source inks, how you do all of that stuff, book spine selection, paperweight selection, all those little details. The first book that we did was printed on black paper with metallic inks, and it wasn't like an easy thing. You had to, like, coat the paper, then you had to layer on the inks in a certain way, and he knew how to make the mechanicals for something like that. When you're doing production work, you do a mechanical, which is basically a blueprint of how the book needs to be built. So between his skill set and my skill set, we were able to say, you know what, do we need the publisher? We could probably do this ourselves. And we found a production house in Korea, went solo. Yeah. I talked to a bunch of different print production places. We had some contacts, you know how it goes. Ended up going solo and doing it ourselves. I made a pretty big splash at first, but then the money ran out. I think I ran out of steam too. I was like, this is exhausting. Why were you asking about that?
Well, because a friend of mine has recently self-published a book, and I just find it quite impressive when people put that level of commitment into something and that level of belief into what they're doing. And I see the blocks, like the publishing company, getting your book, if you're self-published, getting your books into bookshops, etc., is really, 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 really hard. It's
a different game now, right? When I was doing it, it was like virtually unheard of, and people were like, it was like assumed if you self-published, you weren't good enough to get a book deal. That's not the case anymore. That perception shifted like about 10 years ago, maybe more than that. Like I'm going back to 2005. So at that time, it was like, you just can't get it. There was no, have you gone viral? Do you have a ton of followers? Like there was no other outlet to like sell your work. You really needed a publishing house, unless you knew how to do that. Or you could find a distributor that had a sales team or something attached to it, right? So it's a different game. I think today it's a lot more common. There are large scale independent publishing awards and things that like did not exist back then. Now you can get you can become a bestseller as an independent self-published person. It's also a lot less expensive. Like it doesn't cost nearly what it cost when we were making these books back in the day.
Well, also you were making like just the description of the book. You were making children's books. There was illustration. This is full color. You're working on one of the books. You're working on like a black background. It's like these are all very expensive ways to produce a book, right?
Not today, it's not, but back then.
Really?
Yeah, today, because there's new print processes. You can get black paper. Like there's different things you can do. There's just different materials that are available now that just make all of that a little bit faster and speedier. But I think you're talking about Sangeeta, right? Is that? Did I get?
I am. Right? That is yes.
Bad Daughter, the necklace you have on. That's good. Do you have the book in front of you? Pop it up on the screen.
I do.
Oh, cool. Sangeeta Pillai. Because good girls don't change the world. I love this. The book is called Bad Daughter. And I know she's written for the Guardian and stuff, and the tagline is "My feminist journey from the slums of Mumbai to the billboards of New York." I love it. I'm gonna have to pick it up.
Get yourself a copy, baby. There she is on the back.
There Great she picture, is. Right? Yeah, she looks fantastic.
Yeah,
love it.
And
love
so the necklace was a gift.
Very nice.
And my mum saw it this morning and she was like, but you're not.
Oh, that's so sweet, Mama. My mom would be
She
like,
loved
yeah, you
it. She was like,
are.
"Oh, I love the necklace. I love the necklace." But
Well,
like,
you
you're
know,
not.
Sangeeta being Indian knows, like, my mom would be like, yes, yes, you are a bad daughter, very bad daughter.
And I think it's more about, like, I don't think it's necessarily whether your parents think you're a bad daughter necessarily. I don't think, maybe, but also like you're breaking the traditions of like
Yeah.
culturally what you should do, what you should be doing as a female in the world, the
Yeah,
way you should be
it's got
moving as a
multiple
female.
connotations. Like it's
Yeah.
got like cultural connotations because like the phrase "bad daughter" means something in India, right? So it's like there's
Okay.
that part of. So she's playing into a couple of different angles there, but it's really about how like her power comes from like not following the norms and not doing all the stuff that you're supposed to be doing. And culturally speaking, yeah, I mean, I'm a bad daughter, culturally speaking, for sure. So it's the same kind of thing, right? Like I celebrate her for doing that. Congrats to her. I think that's awesome. I'll have to pick up a copy and give it a read.
Yeah, let's read it together. Let's have our little book club of two.
We could do a little book club. Yeah, we should let her know. That we'll do a little book club.
So the prologue is really sweet, and it starts with like a letter to her 5-year-old self. It's kind of gorgeous.
That's nice.
Anyway.
It's funny. I got a little flashback to my 5-year-old self this morning, or my younger self, because I was listening to a video by Zoran Mamdani, who's running for New York mayor, and hopefully we'll get elected and we'll win that election.
Fingers crossed. Oh my gosh.
I mean, come on. It's the right thing to do, people.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how he had an uncle who used to endearingly say to him, like, maybe you don't have to share with everyone that you're Muslim. Maybe you can just be who you are and do what you need to in the world and not say that. And it made me remember, like, my mom was raised Muslim. She converted to marry my father. I was raised Hindu, but I wasn't taught Hinduism. So, and I don't consider myself a Hindu.
Do you consider yourself a Muslim?
No, I don't. I'm not. I'm not religious in that way.
I see you as spiritual and not necessarily religious.
I mean, if I had to be anything, I'd be a really failed Buddhist. My religion is failing Buddhism. That's how I excel in life.
It's kind of heartbreaking what his uncle said to him, though, isn't it?
But so the reason it struck me was because I used to hear that a lot as a kid from my mother. She would whisper it to my sister-in-law, like, "Don't tell anyone that you're half Muslim."
Wow.
Because she grew up in partition India, and she grew up with that stigma, and she knew the violence that happened there, and she knew she has this deep embedded fear of people discovering, and his uncle who whispered that to him is likely my mother's generation, maybe a little bit younger, having that same sort of, coming from that same place of like, it's for your safety, it's better to just not tell anyone. My mom tells this really sort of poignant and scary story about when she had her daughters all take off their hijabs and was like, "You're not going out with a hijab again," because she was afraid for their safety. And it just took me back to that moment of like hearing these stories from my mother for the first time. And I don't know, like I've read the Bible, I've read the Quran, I had my philosophy degree, so I've read all these things in some context. Do I remember everything? No, because it's a lot of information. But I do feel like it's a whole cultural experience that I didn't get to grow up in. And I'm so proud of someone like him who's like rejecting all of that and just saying, no, it's okay, we're gonna be this.
It's like the world wants you to, like, the politics wants you to believe something else. That's why your mum had the reaction that she had. That's why his uncle said what he said, because the world wants to tell a different story.
Yeah, they want to demonize and villainize, and it's just like, what are you doing, man? Like, why is it okay to do this with this group and not with that group? And if you do, it's just everyone needs to calm down and just let people be. Like, you know, but I love that she started the book with a letter to her 5-year-old. So I like took us on a sidetrack because when you said 5-year-old stuff, it like reminded me that, oh, I got all emotional earlier listening to Zoran's story. But so she started her book at that, like with a letter. That's really sweet.
Yeah. That's a pretty powerful letter. I'm really looking forward to getting into this book.
Now we absolutely have to read it
together.
I know you've got a copy now. I got to get my hands on a copy.
You can, yeah, I think you can get it on the, I'm not going to say the name, but you'll be able to get it.
Yeah. So you know what we didn't do?
What didn't we do?
What's your problem?
Okay, do you want to hear my problem?
I do.
Oh my God, my problem is so hard.
You forgot about that.
I'm such an asshole. I am holding in my hands my problem.
Oh.
I'm holding in my hands my problem. And it's like, it's really not a deep thing. But the other day when I was doing a self-tape.
It's a big thing.
I was doing a tape that had, there was some occult. All I can say is there was some occult in the tape that I was doing. And I was talking about the occult in the character for this tape. And in the middle of this tape, something fell under my bed. And when I went to reach for it, my Apple Watch, the face snapped off. I'm going to show the camera what my watch looks like right now.
It's literally
Could you describe that?
Completely missing its face, so all you see is the watch band with the guts of the watch, and then the face. And
there is the face.
Separate little bit in your hand, the little glass screen. Well, so wait. So you were doing a self tape, right? This is for this is for a casting call, right? So you were doing a self tape as an actress,
yes.
And it was a spooky script.
It was a spooky script, and something spooky happened in the middle of it. I don't necessarily think that was a bad energy that came into the room. I just think it was an energy that came into the room.
But
there was a presence.
You told me that like one of the crystals that you've got like crystals and something fell, and then like the way you described it to me was this like chain of reaction.
Well, yeah, because like I was playing with my rocks and crystals, pretending that they were something else. You see,
part of the spooky.
And one of them went hide and seek underneath the bed, and then like I couldn't see it, and I used my torch light on the phone, and I was like, I can't see it, so I just like reached under there, like tried to find it and couldn't find it.
With the arm with the watch.
With the arm with the watch on. So my problem that I would like advice on is, I actually for a while have been like, but do I really want to wear an Apple Watch all of the time? It kind of drives me nuts. This is where I like wearing the device. I like that it wakes me up with a gentle bzz on my wrist. Mm-hmm. I like that I can pay for things. Like if my phone battery is dead, I can pay for things. I like that I can pay for things without taking my phone out of my bag. I like that I can record my run on my phone, on my watch, rather than on my phone. And then that's kind of it, really. I didn't grow up as a watch wearer. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but those are like major things to me. Like, because I know you, and I remember when you got it, you were like super, super thrilled to have it.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, and like I do notice, like you refer to it frequently. So is it a device problem or a user problem? Like, do you need to give yourself more off? Because you're debating whether or not you want to replace it.
Yeah, well, at the moment, I'm in like the situation where I've got a laptop that is coming up to 10 years old. It's about 8 or 9 years old. I've got a phone that is 5 years old, and I've got a Series 3 Apple Watch that just is.
It made it for a long time. Series 3. Wow. That's fantastic.
But I mean, I've had it like 4 years or something, 4 or 5 years.
But the fact that it's still working and it's still going, and it like.
But no, it's not anymore.
It took some bad juju to get you there. Okay, so mirroring part. I think that you are. I think that because you are like wanting to be careful about where you make the expense, you're maybe minimizing how reliant or how much you enjoy having the Apple Watch, and like kind of being like, I can be without tech, but I don't know why you would want to be, but I also think you'd miss it. You'd miss it a lot. Like every time you went to pay to get on the train, you'd miss it. Every time you went for a run, you'd miss it. So I don't know. I would encourage you to go on Vinted and replace it with, there's a lot of people selling like new out of the box older Apple, and you had a Series 3, so you don't even need like the latest. Like I have a 9. If you can get a 9.
I did actually see a really good deal on a 9 the other day. But I'm like, I've enjoyed the naked feeling of my wrist the last 2 days. Just saying.
See, I'm almost gonna like force you to go to London for a couple of days just to see if that lasts. It's the second you're like, I'm gonna pay for this. I'm gonna get on train. You're gonna be like, where's my? You're gonna be putting your fist forward and being like, God damn it, it's not there.
No, I have gone to reach for it a few times and been like, oh, it's not there. But so
how are you tracking your runs without it?
On the phone, the old-fashioned way. But like the problem with on the phone, the oldfashioned way.
See, I would just stop running. It's the difference between you and me. I'd be like, I quit.
That's a sign. No more running.
See, I graduated from Fitbit to the watch, and
so I was thinking
because you got it.
I was thinking, should I go back to the Fitbit? The only thing I can't do the Fitbit is like pay for stuff, right?
I don't know about that. Is there like a newfangled Fitbit?
I don't know.
But then you have another device on your wrist. You may as well just get the one that you want.
It's true.
And if you get the 9, like I think you'd like it because it like checks your heart rate, your oxygen monitor. Like that's why I got the 9, because it does all of that stuff too. And I'm
the 3 does the heart rate.
Attack.
The 3 one does the heart rate. It just doesn't do the other thing. It also has like the fall detection, right? I should get one for my mum.
I love that you were going to try and make the 3 sound like one of the newer models. All the other bells and whistles. You're like, no, but the 3 does it all too. I think because they're not very expensive, I think you can like you said to me, put some change aside and then go in and say, okay, I'm going to get this first. Then I'm going to get what do you need most, right? Like, do you need the laptop urgently? Maybe not. You've been doing okay without it. Something will come up. Your phone seems to be working fine. Although it looks like you can probably get a used one of those too. The older Apples are like going for dirt cheap on the online.
This is true. And you know what? I actually need to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff on Vinted. So maybe I just like sell, and then buy.
I think look, all of your devices, you've had them long enough, right? So if you do like a quick hit of, this is my time to replace them all, and then you just hold on to them for a while, like you are known to do. So like I do the same thing. Like my phone, I got the 13 Pro and I'm holding. The only reason I might need to get a new phone is because the damn battery won't stay charged. So now I think I have to.
Yeah.
But I'm not replacing my watch. Or, I only replaced my computer because the last one literally just died. It like actually just died. It just wouldn't turn on again. So like, I need a computer to work.
Our green timer has run out, but there's still so much I want to ask you.
I know. I had like a bunch of little topics and things for you too. But I think you should replace the devices. I think you should make that like a little, like this is, like, it's like, every 5 years they say you're supposed to, what is it? Change your mattress or flip your mattress. What are you supposed to do with your mattress?
The mattress is like flipping more often than that, I believe.
I think you're supposed to replace it every 5 years. So this is your like tech replacement time. That's it.
Okay.
That's my advice to you.
Thank you. I'm flipping the egg timer.
It's good advice.
It's great
I wanted to ask you about something. Have you ever heard of so I was walking through the park the other day.
I was walking through the park one day.
And not looking for trees to climb. And there was this older woman like doing like in a squat, picking things up off the ground. It was like raining out. And you could hear these things, whatever it was that were falling from this tree, you could hear them. Ka-dunk, ka-dunk. She'd go and pick them up. And they were, I asked her what they were, and she said they were gooseberries. They were not gooseberries. It was because if you know me, I got to go and now I got to go look it up, figure it out, and it's actually the ripe fruit from the ginkgo tree. It's not actually fruit. It's like a nut. It's like a nut. But
we have ginkgo trees here.
Yeah, and they're very smelly. Like it smells like manure. Like when you walk through that one park, it smells like manure. When the trees are dropping, they're known to be very smelly seeds. But you're supposed to take the soft stuff off, and the seed on the inside is like it's ginkgo. It's very good for you. It's got all these like great costs. So she was harvesting like all of these. And she was doing that, like she was cleaning the fleshy, because it was raining, it was perfect. She was cleaning the fleshy bits off and just she had this little paper bag that she was dumping the seeds into. And I thought that was just fantastic.
That is very cool. What's she going to do with them? Did you ask her?
She said she was going to make a powder. Maybe she was a witch. More spookiness. But it makes sense. I mean, she was Chinese, so it kind of makes sense that she would be harvesting ginkgo. Like it's very heavily, like it's used, I think, in Chinese culture more than any other, maybe Japanese too. But so I just thought that was super cool. I'm like, what else can we forage that we just like acorns? You can make like flour out of acorns, and like it's supposed to be really healthy and high nutrient. There are a bunch of different nuts that you can like just harvest the seeds out of.
I feel like that's knowledge I've just never
seen anyone like doing that in such an urban environment.
Yeah,
not since like way back in the day, like when things were still black and white.
I don't know. I was in a park like over the summer, and I saw groups of people would be out for the raspberries and the blackberries, not the raspberries. I know you don't like the raspberries, the blackberries.
I like all the things made out of the raspberries. I don't like the actual fruit. It freaks me out. I can't. It gives me the heebies.
The hairy fruits.
It's just the texture of them. It's just the whole thing. It sends a shiver down my spine.
What are we going to do about this timer?
Just forget about the timer.
Okay.
The other thing I came across that I wanted to ask you about was, have you ever heard of lying flat as like a movement?
Lying on your back?
There's this guy. His name is Tim. I'm going to screw up his last name. It's Tim Jai, Jai, also out of China. And he's a lying flat consultant in this like go world.
Yeah.
And particularly in their culture where everything's on the move, and every young person is like pushed to the limits to do the most. He's decided to become a lying flat consultant, like just to like literally lie flat, like just chill out, man. I thought that was fantastic.
But is that what he does? How is that? That's what he does. That's what he does.
That's what he does for a living. He teaches people how to relax.
Okay, well that's nice. So he has to get up when he's teaching.
I mean, he's a social media influencer, so I'm assuming he's up a lot.
So he's up a lot.
He's not lying flat. Unless he's just got cameras mounted all over the ceilings of his location, so he can just do everything whilst lying flat.
So he's probably a floor sleeper, right?
No, I didn't get that impression.
Oh, okay. I'm about to become a floor sleeper again.
Get your technology sorted out, then we'll talk about the floor sleeping.
No, I've already ordered the floor. I've already ordered the floor. I've already ordered the tatami mat and the futon.
Okay, that's nice.
So
I think that's nice.
Wait, listen. We haven't discussed the fact that you're in a scary hotel. What's happening? What's happening?
I'm in the UK's answer to the Overlook Hotel from The Shining. I'm at the lovely Burlington Hotel. It's a Best Western property. Why? I don't know why it's a Best Western, but I'm in. I guess is this County Kent? Would this be considered? Kent?
Yeah, you're in Kent.
I'm in Folkestone. I'm right. Like I can, if I open the windows, I can hear the sea. it's really beautiful because there's like I guess they call it the Lees Cliffs. Like you could walk along the cliff and the ocean is like way down there. There's also like the Mermaid Pier. It's like a natural formation made out of rocks in the shape of a mermaid tail. I'll send you a picture.
Please do.
Yeah, no, it's lovely if you stay by the ocean. I went into town today. It's lovely if you stay by the ocean.
Was the town a little scary?
Well, it's off season, so I imagine on season it's probably very hustle and bustle and awesome. Also it's a Saturday, so like it's like you get a crowd, but you don't get a full crowd, but then you get a weird crowd. It's not, So I was like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I've been around that part of the coast, and it's Brighton. It's so quiet compared to Brighton. It's not the same.
It is a sleepy beach town.
Yeah,
it is not as like moving and grooving or transient or flavorful or colorful as Brighton. It has its moments. It's got like a couple of little things, but it's nothing like Brighton.
But the fact that you're there means that you have started your return journey.
Home. I'm going
you
back
have left London
to the land of hope and plenty.
You've left London and you're on your way back to the land of hope and plenty. What are your feelings? How was your last night in London? Do you want to talk about anything?
I had a glorious last night in London. I hung out with an old friend. I hung out with a new friend all at the same time and a bunch of strangers. And we had a great time. We were just laughing it up and talking and like telling stories. And one of the guys ended up being like a famous DJ. Who knew? Showing me pictures of himself with Prince at Studio 54 back in the day. I was like, who are you? What is going on?
Wow.
Yeah, it was like on his Nokia phone, by the way, because he has a Nokia.
Like an old school Nokia?
No, the zhuzhed up Nokias. They did a whole like reprint of the Nokia for people who wanted to be retro. It was one of those. So because you couldn't get pictures on the old Nokia.
But you could.
Not for a while. I mean, it was like they weren't real. I mean, this had like a proper viewing screen on it. Anyway, I don't think the phone is the important part. The fact that he had pictures of himself at Studio 54 with Prince.
With Prince, that's the story. That's the story.
I was like, what? But he's like he's giving us a whole spiel about how he's an old school Bermondsey boy, grew up there, has his family grew up. He's pointing out all the spots. He's like, that's the old leather warehouse. My aunt owned that. And da, 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 da. This is what happened there, and this is where all the bodies are buried. Like it was one of these like very strange but kind of magical nights. My new friend Marta, who lives in the old, now I say the old neighborhood because now it's my old neighborhood. Who's been lovely. So like I met, I was with my old friend Raj, and then we met up with her, and we just started hanging out, talking to all these strangers. It was a fun night. It was one of those like everyone was in a good mood. Everyone was being very celebratory kind of a night, giving me lots of advice to hurry up and come back.
Hurry up and come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do
feel like there's a lot of energy here to like, you're welcome back anytime you manage to get back. So that was nice.
Yeah. I'm like, it's giving 20-year anniversary of your children's books published in the UK. It's giving that vibe. That's what it's giving. It's giving that vibe.
That's an interesting thought. Well, maybe, see, there you go. Maybe you've answered my question after all.
Oh, yeah, you were sitting there thinking, oh, she's shit for this advice. I really should go and ask somebody else. Not the agony aunt that you were expecting.
Yeah. Not the agony aunt. So I'm in Folkestone. I've got, you may be able to catch a glimpse of him over my shoulder, the lovely Coley bear. Why did I not just fly out of Heathrow? Because I can't take Coley easily out of Heathrow. So we fly through Paris. And the only way to get there with a dog is in a car across the Eurotunnel.
That's right. So you're going to get in a car and drive through the tunnel
into Calais, and then
into
head up to
Calais.
Paris and get
Okay.
on a plane.
Gorgeous.
It's a long meandering journey, but it's either that or Coley Bear's got to come along, because what's life without Coley?
No,
So
forget about
that's
it.
just how it goes.
I'm devastated.
I will say you
already.
two had a very very touching farewell. You and the doggo. You had a fun day of walking him and pretending to be a dog owner.
Oh, loved it. Best day ever. Except when it came to time for him to do his poops, I was like, here you go. You can take him back.
You take him back. Yeah. I'm not doing any of that part. I'm not doing any of the dirty parts. But yeah, so I will. Oh. So this is, even though we're both on the coast of the UK, we're still too far away from each other to hang out, but I can reach out for you.
Because so National Rail really needs to sort it out and make it easier to get from Brighton to like other parts of the coast.
I feel like I should just be able to blink and be where I want to be.
Yes, like teleporting.
Teleporting. She says it's so cute. Teleporting. Teleport.
Wasn't there something else that begins with a T that you wanted to talk about?
I know. We're going to have to come back for the next episode to talk about it.
Okay. All right, then.
Well, we've made it to through another episode of Cuntiosity, episode 12, folks. This is wild. Where do the people find us, Tia?
Oh, they find us on the YouTubes, on the Spotifys, on the Apple Podcasts, wherever you Pocket Casts, wherever there are podcasts, there's Cuntiosity. And we're on the socials too. We're on the Instagram and the Threads. Are we on the Threads?
We're on the Threads. Check us out on Instagram or YouTube. Check out our shorts. I think we would love to hear some comments and get some.
And we are at Cuntiosity without the U. Cuntiosity without the U. Right?
Just pop over and check it out. If you're listening to this, you've already found all the stuff. You've already found all the stuff. So you're already here. But engage with us. Leave us some comments. Talk to us. Tell us your thoughts and feelings. Are you a bad daughter?
What problem can we help you solve? We're listening.
What problem? Share your problems. Tell us what's happening in the world. And where are you traveling to? Are you traveling anywhere interesting? Are you trying to get your dog across national borders?
And that's a wrap, babe.
That's a wrap.